Thank you. Well, firstly, thank you everyone for turning out on this rainy late afternoon evening. We hugely appreciate you being here. Colleagues, clients, and of course all of the Purpose Coalition members. So thank you so much for being here to be part of what is a very important and special day. And you know, as Seema and Justine said, something I'm truly and my team are hugely passionate about. And it was incredibly kind of you all to give me that round of applause. But of course you can't do any of this without your colleagues and also all of you here who have helped us enormously to get where we are, notwithstanding Sandia, and I was incredibly proud to see her granted the award just late on Friday. And if you haven't seen that, get on social media and see the award that was won by Sandia for the great work that she's done. I mean, truly, truly inspirational. And, you know, I love working with you on this, so thank you. But purpose has never been more important than it is right now to businesses. And I see it as their social conscience. And at the Adecco Group, our purpose is to make the future work for everyone. And this is what we call our philosophical heartbeat. And a common thread we've seen among companies that continue to really weather the storm most successfully during the pandemic is this real authentic and integrated commitment to purpose. It's much larger than profitability and growth from my perspective. And this is because purpose-led organisations are fast and efficient at innovation, as you said earlier, Seema. They have a flattened hierarchy, flexible roles, whilst constantly striving to really do the right thing for everyone. And I think 2020 brought another real wake-up call. And it was the opportunity to stand up against discrimination of any kind, to recommit ourselves to helping to build back better, more equitable and in a more inclusive way. And this won't happen on its own, and that's why we really want to take those decisive steps. And for some, as we've mentioned earlier, getting a job and having a career is an easy journey, helped by family connections or by having a more privileged background. But for others from less disadvantaged communities, despite their talent, it will be a far more challenging road. And this inequity of opportunity has been amplified, as we know, through the pandemic, with the young and those on much lower incomes really the hardest hit. And this really matters for those individuals whose life chances are much, much more limited. But it also matters for this country, and the cumulative economic impact of that lost opportunity is just huge. So at the Adecco Group, as you've heard, we are on a journey to ensure that every person is judged on the quality of their skills, experience and potential. And we also strive for our opportunities and services to be more accessible, and everyone to build a culture that really provides the training, the support and the engagement to our leaders and our colleagues to drive forward that inclusive processes and decision making. So our organisation identity has three key elements, we say. It's the clear purpose, it's our strong brand, but also it's our widely recognised culture. And we've developed this by making things truly personal. Change isn't intellectual, it's actually really emotional. And people ultimately need to understand that purpose. So where you're going, why you're going there, and of course how they fit in. And this is clear and consistent, and if you are passionate about that approach, people want to be a part of it, people want to follow you, people want to be involved. So each year globally, just as a bit of background on the Adecco Group, we support approximately 3.5 million individuals to find work and provide training for hundreds of thousands more. And our solutions enable clients to optimise their talents and their organisational models to really achieve their goals. You know, we have a purpose for our candidates, we have a purpose for our clients and for our colleagues. And our advocacy and thought leadership aim to build back a better world of work for everyone. And as the crisis continues to impact people's lives in a very significant way, the Adecco Group is playing a role to support employability and employment. Our new strategy is called The Future at Work, and we're putting these long-term shared value creation at the centre, embedding what is environmental, social and governance considerations at the heart of what we do across the whole organisation. And we know that adaptability really lies at the heart of career resilience, and COVID-19 has further exacerbated the necessity for continuous learning and to stay up to date in a rapidly evolving and changing and unpredictable labour market. And we support thousands of people in transitioning their careers also, and provide that career transition service for the most affected by COVID-19, where they've had job-related losses, and by making many of our training offerings freely accessible now to the public. We also work closely with our clients to help address those skills imbalances, looking at who can be reskilled and upskilled and meet the changing demands, and creating real pipelines for trainees and apprenticeship programmes. And this is a real commitment we've made at the Adecco Group. We remain really steadfast in our commitment, as Seema said earlier, to upskill and reskill 5 million people by 2030. And through our flagship programmes and our local initiatives, we seek to ensure our social values are consistently reflected in our decision-making, operations, partnerships and culture. And we're really proud today to be launching our Levelling Up Action Plan with the Purpose Coalition, aligned of course to the 14 Levelling Up goals. And we're championing 2 in particular, where we know we can have real impact, and that's the open recruitment goal and the fair career progression goal. And the Adecco Group's Levelling Up Action Plan sets out how the company is delivering on being truly purpose-led, contributing to the Levelling Up agenda and having a positive social impact on people and communities. The action plan initially sets out how we are already demonstrating best practice, as you both mentioned earlier, in boosting opportunity and tackling that inequality. And this includes being a Gateway Plus provider, delivering the Kickstart programme, one of the government's flagship projects in response to the socio-economic crisis following the pandemic, and our Creating Brighter Futures programme, which improves outcome for young people through wide engagement and connecting people from all backgrounds to opportunities every day through our business operations. And we've also considered how we can operationally contribute to the Levelling Up agenda. Adecco globally has made that commitment. As stated earlier, 15% of our candidates we place will be from a NEET background by 2025. So finally, we will prioritise our thought leadership and wider policy solutions to tackle inequality of opportunity in the UK. And this covers the impact for all stakeholders can have on that Levelling Up agenda, from policymakers directly to businesses and educators. And all of these stakeholders have a strong influence on the delivery of Levelling Up, tackling inequality and boosting those opportunities. We recognise how crucial it is for us to have a really joined up effort in doing that and achieving our goals. So please do join us in this movement in the UK. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you and on this Levelling Up agenda, and for it to be meaningful and measurable. And it's my pleasure now to hand back to Sandeep, who will take you through the plans for our next session. Thank you very much for listening and being a part of this important agenda for us. Thank you very much.